All right, let's begin. I'm going to play the book of Ecclesiastes, and whenever something interesting comes to mind, whenever a thought pops in my head in the background of the reading of the book, I'll just pause it and make my commentary. And it's a way of fellowshipping with you who I assume you've searched. Probably you did an internet search and you searched Ecclesiastes and perhaps my video popped up and hey, it's just like you're meeting someone and let's check this out. So let's start the book.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1. The words of the preacher, the son of David, king in Jerusalem. Vanity of vanities, says the preacher, vanity of vanities, all is vanity. What does man gain by all the toil at which he toils under the sun? A generation goes and a generation comes, but the earth remains forever. The sun rises and the sun goes down and hastens to the place where it rises. The wind blows to the south and goes around to the north. Around and around goes the wind, and on its circuits the wind returns. All streams run to the sea, but the sea is not full. To the place where the streams flow, there they flow again. All things are full of weariness. A man cannot utter it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. What has been is what will be, and what has been done is what will be done. And there is nothing new under the sun. Is there a thing of which it is said, "See, this is new"? It has already been in the ages before us. There is no remembrance of former things, nor will there be any remembrance of later things yet to be among those who come after. I, the preacher, have been king over Israel in Jerusalem, and I applied my heart to seek and to search out by wisdom all that is done under heaven. It is an unhappy business that God has given to the children of man to be busy with. I have seen everything that is done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and a striving after wind. What is crooked cannot be made straight, and what is lacking cannot be counted. I said in my heart, I have acquired great wisdom, surpassing all who were over Jerusalem before me. And my heart has had great experience of wisdom and knowledge. And I applied my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly. I perceive that this also is but a striving after wind. For in much wisdom is much vexation, and he who increases knowledge increases sorrow.
I think that's definitely the idea of people who are intrigued by the book of Ecclesiastes usually are so because they are experiencing a spiritual emptiness, a flatness. Clinical psychologists might say that perhaps they are depressed, and it definitely begins as a depressing book. But I see it a little deeper than that. I see it as representing the human being who lacks the internal experience, the internal life experience of Christ. And the idea that we could be the walking dead, that we could be alive but spiritually dead. If we are not connected to our Creator, if we are not plugged in, then we are flat. We are dull. And this is the notion, that it's quite intriguing to me to think about this, to really ponder this. The preacher, pre-Christ, which is very important to understand this preacher as pre-Christ, speaking about the human condition, speaking about how nothing is new, how every idea has been before, every lifestyle, every attempt, every culture. We've had such a great diversity, human creativity still has some circular pattern. We are not the real life, the real fulfillment, the real thing comes from being plugged in to our Creator. And until the incarnation happened, where our Creator condescended and clothed himself, in another YouTube video, I wrote something called The Beautiful Story, which is the Judeo-Christian story of the origin of the universe, the Trinity, and how God condescended and clothed himself with the material universe. And I did it very poetically, and it applies here. Ecclesiastes is man's ranting and raving, tossing and turning for lack of connection to God, to the life of God, the internal love affair. Beautiful. I think this is the end of the book. Let's check this out again. Yeah, that was the end of chapter 1. All right. Let's end this with these thoughts, chapter 1, and let's carry on with chapter 2.